a lot easier if you just eat better stuff.
I have a lot of food allergies.
Do you?
Yeah, I usually shit water.
I've never heard about that. You have food allergies?
I didn't know that Brett had all
Is
that.
that the opening?
I'm new to the allergy thing. I didn't know you had all that allergies.
That's the bane of his existence.
Really?
Not really. The bane of my existence is when people aren't prepared.
Jared, though, you can't back up, like...
Yeah.
Well, I can't go back all the way because this chair here is actually like
itchy.
Itchy.
I thought it was fucking itchy. These chairs.
I don't like when people aren't prepared.
Itchy is an understatement.
Like
there's little spikes.
Like
there's little things sticking out of the chair. It's like having.
I told you.
That's cool. I'm just gonna turn you down a little, so that way.
I told you that chair was dangerous.
I can sit
on
right
Sunday.
That's you don't have to sit right. You can lean in if you want to.
Well, I'm not touching spikes now, but
because they try to
go back much
people.
further than this.
There's another.
That's okay.
This is like one of those punishment posture chairs where it's like you have to sit this way.
It's a Catholic chair.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep you down.
Hold your back straight for the Lord.
Which Lord?
The one.
The good one.
I thought you were gonna do your radio voice.
You never gave him a countdown.
Didn't.
Yeah.
Fine. 5, 4.
Everybody should do a radio
3,
voice.
2, 1.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nerd Chatter. I'm Eric here with you for, however long the show goes. With us we have Brett,
Hey.
Danny, and Jason. And tonight we have a special guest with us. Let's let him introduce himself.
Hello.
You don't have to talk.
That was Jared Grimm, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.
Don't get so close to the mic, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
Wait, no, not. That's
Don't
almost
get too close to my
close.
fantasy.
I keep getting stabbed on this.
Hey dude, it's cool. We'll just have a super loud, awful, blaring in everybody's ears podcast instead of a really silent
Listen to
one.
him complain about the show. Listen to him.
Anyway,
I'm allowed to.
He waited till we were recording so
It's
he
my
could complain
fucking
about
baby,
it.
damn it.
my name is Jared. Yes, you was right, Brett.
Yeah.
And
He
I
said
appreciate
it.
you folks inviting me out tonight.
Oh, you're
No,
welcome.
no problem. Welcome.
This is pretty
I'm-
cool.
I'm glad
I
you
did
could
notice that your title leads to what you actually do.
What do you mean?
Chatter.
Just chatter. Endless.
Yeah.
And also
Just nonsense.
We never have nerd. You know what?
the nerd things.
We
like,
never have
working
nerds
out.
candies, so we're liars.
That's true.
Maybe you don't. I don't share.
Yeah.
You're just hacking them in the side of your mouth.
Yeah.
Every time we look away.
And you're always eating like a whole box full at once, so you don't have to share it at all.
Like a fucking squirrel.
He would be a professional.
Sorry, I can't give you any. I just ate all
Those
of them.
boxes are like baby rattlers, so he's a pro.
I think that should be your defense next time, by the way, with the raccoon. Is when you get to your tent, just eat all your bread right away.
Yeah.
And you know that if you...
But then I won't be able to poop.
Huh?
Then I won't be able to poop.
Yeah, but you'll have enough energy for your entire trip.
You're going to cause this to be a Danny show if you keep talking about raccoons.
That's true. Well, it's one of those...
I just don't like them.
It's one of those things that just makes you think about it. About someone just stabbing a raccoon in the night for just trying to live.
Hey, Danny, you're a piece of shit.
No,
Moving on.
You go a week without bread.
A week? I go a week without bread almost every
Okay, and
week.
did you just have cheese?
What
and
about all
lunch
the
meat?
people that have the, what's that?
I
The
often
sickle
go
cell
to- I
celiacs?
often go to the
They don't eat
store
bread at all.
And just buy meat and cheese and just don't bother.
What about people
Okay,
on
but
Atkins
bread's
diet?
just
They're not
getting
eating
in
any
the way.
bread.
I'm not a sicko.
Ever heard of taters?
Sure.
He just called all people on the Atkins diet a sicko.
Wow.
So Jared, when's your next show?
It's actually this Sunday.
So what kind of show would this be? I don't
Uh,
know anything about Jared doing shows.
Didn't he say?
I don't think he did. I don't
No.
think there was
You didn't
any
mention.
introduction
You didn't
there.
mention.
We didn't mention anything because we just kind of went into Danny stabbing raccoons.
This is why our
I didn't go into
podcast
it.
is terrible.
I didn't go.
What do you-
Actually, he went into
Wait, what do you
it.
mean terrible?
I'm just enjoying.
The comedian is the one who brought up the subject.
I'm just
So-
enjoying everyone's roles shaping up really nicely.
Do you like that?
Yeah, like someone decides to be an a-hole out of nowhere, and then like he got involved, and then Danny's over there just going, yeah, and then like, I don't know, it's
And then
just
he
funny.
gets mad.
And then he gets mad.
Danny gets irritable.
And then me and
really
you,
quick.
Brett, are kind of just like in the same situation.
Jason
Irritable.
gets irritable, but then he just like negative compliments himself. He's like, "Oh yeah, well, this fucking thing isn't working right because fuck you."
But yeah, Sunday's Father's Day, and yeah, I have a big show planned for Father's Day. Every single time I do stand up, I write a different show. Well, not every time. I did do one show twice before, but I like to change up my material because I get bored of my own material after a while.
I think that's a lot of comedians, but I mean, a lot of comedians, they have like the setup where they'll do material and work on that material for so long, and they'll keep adjusting it and looking for the laughs.
Yeah.
Just trying to find like where the best spots to
I mean, it
put
seems
joke,
like
which
that's
is-
what a lot of the guys are doing, or a lot of the ladies too, around town.
But you're doing largely the same venues, right? Not so much.
I've done 3 different places, but I mean, it's Dayton, so you're gonna
Right.
get
Same.
you're having people driving to different places, but you're gonna have. I haven't done any shows out of town yet, but I'm working on. I actually have some connections in Columbus, and also there's a comedian that does shows in Muncie, and I have family in Muncie, so if I were to do a show down there, I could get a crowd easily.
That's in Indiana.
Yeah, Muncie, Indiana. Yeah.
Yeah. Muncie, Indiana, there you go.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they have Google Maps.
So, I mean, I have opportunities to travel.
Fuck you, Danny.
And honestly, if I wanted to, I could probably drive to Cincinnati. It's just, I don't want to drive to Cincinnati. That place is garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to dig on Cincinnati too much, but 513 is no longer an area code.
There is no city in the state of Ohio that has its own T-shirts that says it has AIDS other than Cincinnati.
Huh, I like
Cincinnati.
There are
Cincinnati.
shirts that say Cincinnati has AIDS.
Wow.
Now you could print them for all the rest of the towns, but Cincinnati had them first.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Hey, guess what? We
Hamilton
had
has
AIDS
AIDS
first.
and heroin.
Well, Hamilton has a lot
I
of
mean, like
things.
AIDS to like help it, like.
They also have one of the last few remaining drive-in movie
They
theaters.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
Hamilton, to me, seems like
Ohio's
just a
pretty
winner.
good for driving
All
theaters.
all
They've
around.
got-
Our state, for some reason, is living in 1964 still.
I mean,
And
I
we
think-
have the most.
I think it's the
Dude,
Midwest
it-
in general held on to drive-ins better than the rest of the country, but because the majority of them seem to be clustered to the Midwest.
There were like 60 of them when we were little. They were
Yeah,
everywhere.
they're everywhere.
I remember
Well,
like being on the highway.
I didn't know
in the
where
back
things
seat.
were when I was little, so it's hard for me to
No,
tell.
I just
if
mean in
they're
the back
everywhere.
seat when you're on the highway. Like I'm just seeing what movies are on, like on
Yeah,
like a
you
late
could just
night drive
drive
home.
by.
You're just hoping you see a tit
Yeah.
when you drive by it.
Side boob. Or,
Come on, titty.
Come on. Yes, my parents didn't want me to see that. Time to go to sleep.
My grandparents didn't care.
Yeah. Get that boy titty.
I remember,
Oh, did you see that
I remember
cock?
seeing Empire Strikes Back at the drive-in. It was pretty sweet.
What's the last thing you saw at the drive-in? That's a good question.
the last thing?
What a hipster movie named to drop, by the way. I saw Empire Strikes Back at the drive-in. There's
You
not
did?
very many people alive that can say that anymore. Well, except for like.
is it
I
a
guess, old
hipster
people.
thing or just an I'm old thing?
Like everyone over 35
I
could
saw-
say that.
Yeah.
Well,
like everyone
the
my
only-
age.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say I didn't see Empire, but I saw Jedi.
Jedi.
Yeah.
I saw Jedi at a 4-H fair one time.
I saw,
It was playing on the TV. While
I saw it
walking
on
around.
VHS in my grandma's living room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it. But what was what's
But
the
those
last
movies
drive-in
came.
movie you
Those
saw?
movies
The last-
came out
Last
when
drive-in
those
movie
movies
I
came out in the
think I
70s and
saw
early
was
80s.
Days
How
of
old are you?
Futures Past.
That's super recent.
No, wait, hold on. So, first one came out in the 70s.
Like
then,
75 or something like that. Or
And then second one came out in the 70s too, didn't it?
Right,
Or did that
78.
and then the third one came out like
80.
Beginning 80.
81.
so it's still playing in the
Okay.
drive-in. Seems like how
And
old were you
yet
to be able to
they're
remember?
still better than all
brought-
of the other.
They brought it back.
Well, I do know that movie did run the cycle a bunch.
Yeah,
They
it
did the
definitely was
90s.
not initial
So.
release.
Apparently, when Star
but
Wars came out, it was just in theaters all the time.
kind of,
It was just like this
Yeah.
is
like it
always
would just
here.
cycle back to the theaters, like because I remember what a huge wait it was for I think Return of the Jedi to finally come out on VHS. Like we were just
Uh-huh.
waiting years and years because they just kept bringing it back to the theaters and
Yeah.
just kept putting out like a home release of it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, now you don't have to do that for anything. As far as like DVDs, you get the movie that comes out in theaters, and sometimes they even just do they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna send the DVD out before we even put this film in theaters, just
Yeah.
in case.
It's because assholes are going to sit in there and film it with their GoPro.
That's true. I mean, well, the other thing is it's a great way for them to test to see if the film is worth putting in how many theaters and all that jazz.
Well, it's not. If I can buy it, I'm not going to go.
Well, it's not for you. It's for the person who.
I
would
feel
go
like
to
I'm
theaters.
most people.
would
I
do the
feel
same
like
thing.
you're not most people.
He would buy it.
I would say
No,
Brett.
You're definitely not like most people.
Everybody in here represents a segment of the population.
Yeah, I represent.
Just because Danny is 100% exactly logical does not make him not like most people.
Yeah, everyone's logical.
He likes
Oh,
all.
I'm sorry.
He likes
Yeah.
all kinds of people.
It's curious that there's not too many people like you, Danny. You're a very
I feel like
unique person.
I feel like me and Danny think
Thank you.
alike in a lot of
You're
ways.
welcome.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't stab a raccoon, but I'm not gonna bring that up again. But the thing
After
is,
I brought it up.
but the thing is, I feel like me and Danny think about things a lot of the same ways. Like I've got to know him. He seems like a
I like the things Carl Pilkington says, and I
Yeah.
like the things that Danny says. I'm like, yeah, that's probably what I would do.
yeah. I mean, he
Or I correct him. I'm like, it's easier if you do it this way, and he's like, fuck, it is.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And then he just does it that
Like-
way.
I watched Carl. I'm Carl.
Pudding's made out of bones.
That's Jello.
Well, there's gelatin
Pudding
in
also?
pudding. Yeah, I mean, that's part of gelatin's
That's
one
cool.
of the
Bone
ingredients.
marrow has a lot of
Also-
nutrients.
That's weird. Like when you think about it, you're just sitting there eating a bunch of mashed up.
You know what
bones.
technically has some of the best nutrients that you could get?
Hot dogs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now,
How do you think I'm so fit?
Cactuses.
Hot dogs and my winning
Insects.
workout without
Slide it out of
weights.
your butt.
insects are actually what
Nothing but protein.
they're
Lean
looking.
protein.
Yeah, they're looking as our next food source.
What about frozen hot dogs?
Yes,
Just
yes,
swallowing them straight down.
Just getting a
You don't even
full
get 'em-
gulp.
you don't have to taste them.
I
That's
want
the
to.
point.
If you have heartburn, it helps cool your stomach.
If I'm gonna eat a bug, I want to eat one of those
I
cream filled
don't
ones.
agree with that.
Pumbaa made those little cream filled ones sound really
Did
good.
you say Pumbaa?
Yeah, I thought I do when I was a kid. I was like, maybe. I mean, Pumbaa sounds really excited about it.
I think I could do like crickets or.
I used to eat grasshoppers.
I ate,
Yeah,
I ate
grasshoppers, I could
chocolate
do
covered
that.
grasshoppers my
Like
mom got at Jungle
mealworms.
Gyms.
I'm not.
I-
Pretty alright.
Worms, I think I could do.
I don't
Yeah,
feel
I
like
would do that.
bugs would be my next
Mealworms,
food
you know,
source.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
okay with picking up
Earthworms.
some celery and just eating that.
What,
What
what would
about-
be your what would be the bug of choice if you had to eat one?
Oh,
I
there
need
you
a
go.
bug.
The
Let's-
one you start on.
Let's go all around the room. So we'll start it off with Jared.
If I had to eat a bug, which
No,
one would
that's
it
the
be?
one you'd start with.
The bug I'd start with?
Yeah, if all we could eat was bugs from now on, what would be the first one you'd try?
What do you think would be like the best tasting, basically? Like, what would you go for on the
The
bug?
way I segment my food on the plate is I usually save the best for last. So I think the first bug I'd eat would be a spider, just to get the worst one out of the way first.
What if you found out it might be the best one though, because you don't know?
Well, that's you don't find
Yeah,
that
a
out
lot,
till
of, a
later.
lot of cultures eat spiders, so I think
'Cause
maybe
I would
there
think
is
the
some-
Yeah, but it's
Spider
my
would have a better
personal. It's
idea.
my personal worst bug of choice. I mean, spiders. You don't.
A lot of cultures do terrible things.
I feel like I already know what a spider would taste like too, because like, do you guys have? Does anybody else in here have like a weird taste sensation, like when you get shocked or during? Like, have you ever been shocked and tasted
Oh,
something
you mean
wrong?
like it tastes like a battery? like-
It's a
Yeah.
weird.
When I get shocked, it tastes
I-
like a
yeah.
battery.
I get a weird sensation in my mouth also, like when I come in contact with spider webs. Has that happened to you before? Do you get a weird taste in
no,
your
but I
mouth?
get what you're talking about. Like, just different.
I believe what you're tasting is fear.
Well, whatever it is, I feel like I already know what a
Maybe
spider would
that's just
taste
me.
like. And I don't know, but yeah, spider, what would you do?
That would be. I'd probably go with the basics: grasshopper, mealworm, something like that. Along the lines of something real easy to eat, small,
I just
crispy, probably.
I just
Grasshoppers are
realized
kosher.
that we got tired of eating pudding, and we're like, instead,
Bugs.
let's talk about who wants to eat a bug. What bug do you want to eat?
All right, I'm getting my answers. I'm getting my answers.
I already said I used to eat grasshoppers.
All right, so
Yeah,
you're going grasshopper.
Brett would just go with what he knows.
It's already good.
Yeah.
he,
that's fair.
he knows it's fine.
You
He has a
You know,
name.
I'll go with like mealworms.
mealworms.
It's
So
like-
everybody
They have the
feels-
word
I feel
meal
like
in the
they're-
name, right?
I feel like they're nice and dry. It's gonna be it's gonna be like rice or something. Basically,
So,
it's.
So we're all just gonna go safe. So
I don't-
I'll just
yeah,
be like, I want like a praying mantis dick.
Yeah.
I don't want the
I want
bugs
to eat
that are
like
gonna
a praying
gush
mantis
too
dick
much.
because
is
I
my
think
thing.
that'll be the best spot. Because I mean, this is boring if we're all saying mealworms, so might as well just say I'll eat a praying mantis dick, and then that'll be what I'll.
That's
I'll
what
go
the
for
females
first.
do.
Yeah.
Dan, you didn't even
Yeah,
include
you didn't
Danny.
include me.
Yeah.
I'm going to include Danny.
Danny
because
only
I-
eats maggots from dead raccoons.
Ugh, yeah, that's nasty.
Well, they're dead though.
I'm just
no,
going
it's
to
not.
eat like.
Ugh. No, that's gross.
I'm just gonna eat like black widows and stuff because if I have to live off of bugs, I just assume die. So let's just get it over quick.
Like I said earlier, I don't have to eat protein.
I've got quick science. If you eat a
out
black
there.
widow, you won't die because it wouldn't work. You'd have to eat a lot of them.
What if I eat a lot of
at the same time?
Lady
all
long
of them.
legs?
You would have to probably
Like a
eat
dinner
like
bowl?
10,000 of
Yeah.
them at once.
He would have to eat
10,000?
all the Black Widows in like
Right.
North America for that to happen.
What?
You'd have to make one hell of a daddy long leg feast to even get some of the poison.
Imagine how your poop would be. A bunch of legs and hair in your poop.
Yeah.
Just like yesterday.
Maybe.
It's the next day.
What's the name of the scientist who studies your poop?
Dr. Oz or whatever? Or,
No,
Well, not
it's-
Dr.
no,
Oz
it's-
specifically.
I
It's the
believe
name.
I believe that's Mary Lou Henner.
No, I believe it's a job position. Like what type of doctor
proctologist.
is it?
No,
Is
they
it on-
study buttholes, but
yeah.
probably poop too.
What's the best joke that you've heard while doing stand-up
the best joke I've heard while doing stand-up
so far?
so far?
That you didn't tell yourself.
He's making it harder.
That's better.
Swing.
Well, there's all kinds of times where I laugh really hard. And it just depends. Like, there's this one time where a comedian told a joke about how the Mexican cartel, when they behead somebody, it's just like, and it's beautiful. It's 2 slices. But, like, in the Middle East beheadings, it's they use, like, a really dull blade, and it takes, like, an hour to do it. And I was laughing really hard at this, like, pretty awful content, and everyone in the room wasn't laughing. But I think that's why I was laughing. But even so, like, that's not necessarily the best joke, but I laughed really hard. What would you consider a best joke? Like,
But-
I don't know, just in general.
I think that's a really
I
good-
remembered that joke. Does
If
that
you laughed
qualify?
at it, then it was...
Yeah.
It's a really good point, though, because, I mean, all of the beheading videos that I've watched that come from the Middle East, that actually does happen.
Yeah.
You thought I was joking.
Well,
but
that-
I
No,
was
I
being
didn't.
dead
That's why I was
serious.
laughing.
No, yeah, like, they get, like, pocket knives and basically just
Well,
go
me-
like that at the throat until the
Me-
person's head's off.
Myself, I've never watched a beheading, but
haven't either.
I've now on a couple occasions heard them described, even myself describing them, and it's an image I can't get out, even though I haven't seen it. But still, I mean, that's probably why I've been thinking about
It's
it.
pretty gruesome.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably fine with
Is
it.
there
I mean,
anything more gruesome than watching someone chop another human's head off?
Yeah, there's all kinds of
Yeah.
things.
Well, yes, but
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Like,
There's also
I would say getting skinned alive would probably be up there. Yeah, like
there are plenty of things more gruesome. But do you feel like you really need to clarify for people that it's gruesome? Like,
if you
just
no.
a heads up if anyone was
Heads
going
up.
to
Heads
Google
off.
something like this.
no, I don't feel
Anyone
like
that was
we need to-
googling beheading videos that might be not safe for work. Just
Yeah.
letting you know.
No,
just
I
in
did
case.
this like years ago when.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
But I don't know, America. there are a lot of talented comedians, but like I was saying, the way I do my show, I'm constantly writing a new show, and if I don't know, it feels like a lot of times I just hear a lot of the same jokes over too. It's just hard to.
Well, that's gonna happen. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean, you're. dealing with-
that's what it's like when you're in the room. Like these open mics sometimes can be pretty brutal. Like when I do Hookah Bazaar, it's a room it's like 90% filled with comedians, and then there's some people in the audience, and nobody's laughing at your jokes because
I
nobody
saw you
can.
the one time, and I think it was like your party of people came to see you, and I think the other 90% of the people were all comedians.
Right, that's how
Except
it
like
works.
one other person like up in the bar.
Generally, that's how it is, and when you do a lot of open mics, that's generally what you get. That's why I like doing Wiley so much, because you actually have an audience there.
randoms.
Yeah, and I've got my best laughs at Wiley's, which is awesome too. Just some jokes that I thought were just throwaway jokes. We're just like getting the audience to laugh. It's
And
pretty.
is Wiley's, are there open mic Springer shows or not?
They do open mic every single Sunday.
Okay, so
But-
it's just not Bringer ones. Right?
No, it's but you have to. They have slots open for traveling comedians, and they have slots open
Right.
for locals, and you just have to arrange it through the booking agent. But
Okay, right.
yeah, they don't book you every week either. You have to. They don't want to like drown the market. And also,
Sure, yeah, I mean-
doing comedy, I've learned, is a lot like selling Tupperware. It kind of sucks. Because it's one of those things where you're always telling your friends about it. Hey, come watch me do a show. Hey. And it's just like, I'm not making any money off of it. I don't think there's any Tupperware people making money off of it.
Most
They're really
likely
just
not.
giving their friends shitty deals on plastic food storage containers. In the end, it's a dick move. And I think doing comedy is a dick move too. But, you know, at least I'm having fun. It's way better than selling Tupperware.
You know what else?
But it's a lot like it. Huh?
I was gonna say what else is the dick move is I like to eat scorpions. If I had to pick an insect.
Scorpions? Why, are you trying to one-up spiders?
No, he's just interrupting because Jason didn't ask him.
Oh, I see.
And I stayed quiet the whole
His
time.
dick move is to interrupt with his answer.
Yeah.
That was perfectly timed. Oh God, thank you.
Do you want to like do a mock? Like if we set up a stage and you do a mock stand-up with different people doing stand-up and then everyone thinks it's real, but you have the other people bomb terribly to make you look better, would you do that?
No, that sounds horrible. The whole thing just made my face turn upside down.
I want to do that.
Would that
I
be
definitely
any
wanna do
different than a
that.
lot of open mic nights?
Yeah. Like if
Literally, that'd be
if
a-
we set it up and then all of us did our own stand-up and then you're the headliner and then we just upload it like it was at a real bar.
The idea sounds actually kind of funny if you ask me. Like, imagine someone putting up a video where he puts up people who bomb on purpose. Hey guys, what's the deal with like dumb people, huh? And just like bombing.
I
And
like
then,
that.
Wait, I want to see where this goes.
and you have one person after another, and then the person who's making the video comes on and does a really good set. What would the world think about that person? Like,
Well,
really?
no, you don't upload it.
You don't upload it.
You don't.
Well, no, it'd be hilarious if I did.
Because someone
though.
else is filming.
It'd be hilarious
Even
if I did.
better.
Well, you could get the seed and
We
steal
find
it.
we
Because-
Hey, I found this uploaded
They'd be like,
on
"What kind-
YouTube.
this guy's a total twat." You like put up a lineup to bomb on purpose. So he
But
can
all
just
the
look
Beatles
cool.
ever did was play on TV.
Yeah, that's true. But that was back when there was only 2 channels, so that's a pretty.
There were
big deal.
5
Oh well, yeah, I suppose.
in the static channel.
Yeah,
we just
you gotta live closer to the city to get that one, but it's stuff you wouldn't want to see.
we
You
need
have
to
to get
do
the
something.
antenna higher.
We need to do something like
Well,
that,
that
though. Just
Jason was talking about doing a full stand-up with you, but then he backed out once we weren't going to do a Three Stooges act.
no, I didn't want to do a Three Stooges act, but I fuck it. I'll do stand up. I'll do 5 minutes of stand up just for the hell of it. Say I did it.
I mean, there's
bomb
no.
the whole time, and then we can go straight from there.
Well, he just wanted to be our hype man.
Yeah, he did.
That's
Yeah,
true.
honestly,
Yeah,
there's no-
yeah, that's
if,
right.
If
The
you
hype
ever
man.
had a considering to do it, it's easy. You just go
I think I
to
pushed
the
that
place
on
and
you,
you write
but-
your name
Yeah,
down.
kinda. But I was fine with
I
that.
know you were talking about it, and then he had mentioned, he's like, yeah, let's all do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be funny.
It would be funny. I mean, there's a lot of people that do first timer stuff, and I don't know. If you have a good attitude around you, your jokes will be funny. Like there was this one guy, the first time I did Wiley's, who rolled in from Muncie, Indiana. Actually, it was kind of weird. He came from the town I used to live in, but anyway, it was his first time ever doing anything, and literally, like my first time was at like like trolley stop. It was just a bar thing. It wasn't Wiley's with a big audience and stuff, so I was impressed with his goal doing that, and he ended up doing great. He came back then a following week and tried doing the same set, and it didn't have the same magic to it. And I think a lot of it had to do with his aura because he was just there to fuck around and just trying something out. Sorry for saying fuck again.
How dare you?
Shit.
Okay.
No, I mean that could be said, or I mean maybe it's just he didn't like. Well, I guess it could be just conceived as the same way. I say energy, you say aura.
Energy, aura, yeah. We're all
Like,
talking
he
about
just
the same
doesn't-
word.
Yeah, he doesn't. He just didn't have that.
It seemed like he had,
Feel.
it almost like some people have they go on assuming that they're going to do well.
Yeah.
And then the audience will just kind of turn you out right
The
away.
fun was over, he did it.
Like
That happens. You could go play a show and you never want to play another one.
sometimes
That's
sometimes a comedian will start their set off going, "I'm going to start telling some real jokes now." And then next thing you know, they're
I
bombing.
remember that guy.
Well, well, I didn't really make a joke quite like that, but one time I started a set off, and this is the one time I did bomb. I started my set off saying, "Knock, I want to do a knock knock joke," and I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "All right, you folks start it." So they say knock knock, and I'm like, "Who's there?" And then they're all dumbfounded because they thought I was going to have more to it, and they didn't realize they had to come up with something. And then that's where I'm like, "You guys suck at telling jokes." Like, you know, I was setting them up to fail, and that was the thing. But me calling out, "You guys suck at telling jokes," I think kind of set me up to.
I don't know.
fall
I
apart
think
too.
that's funny.
Yeah, just
I thought it was funny, but you know, it's a grandpa joke.
It is.
Yeah, you can't tell grandpa jokes
Yeah, you
all
can.
the time.
You know what? That joke you did?
Yeah.
So old. Farts
But
does.
I don't know, stand-up's fun. I'm really just doing stand-up mostly to get it done because I've always wanted to, and also I want to network and try to get to meet people because I'm more interested in developing videos and stuff. sketch comedies kind of stuff.
Like Meat Ladies.
There we go.
I actually have a YouTube channel. Crazy Drunken Elf is my YouTube channel. But I have 3 videos up, and I'm trying to do like my own sketch thing. But I've been trying to reach out to collaborate with people because that's ultimately where my passion is. It's making my own thing. There's too much of a formula to stand up.
Yeah.
You wanted to network, but you sounded really ashamed when you were trying to plug yourself.
You really did.
Did I?
You're just like, I got YouTube.
If there was a video on you, you were like looking down and were sad, like, yeah, I do this. I have a YouTube channel.
I don't have my fidget spinner with me, so I'm fidgeting with this bottle cap.
There's...
Yeah, I'm a fidgety spinner guy, but I'm not ashamed of it.
From the Trader's World.
I got it from somewhere. I don't know.
Buy the
A
guys.
gas station.
I don't know.
That gas station did have them. Yeah.
But I enjoy them. They're a fun little device. I mean, look at this shit, folks. I've been sitting here playing with bottle cap for hours. This is my behavior before those things. So those things are perfect for me.
With the fidget spinners, I just put on my nipples and spin like that.
How do you get them to stick?
You just go like this and it gets sweaty. When you get sweaty, they stick.
I feel like they get slippery because
No,
nipples
when
don't have the same skin texture as the rest of your skin and not the same grip.
You don't have the perfect hair ratio.
Yeah.
I got lots of hair.
Yeah, it's not the hair. You gotta have just a little circle around it of hair.
Do we need to show each other our nipples? I got hair on my nipples, man.
Danny's tested this out. He sits at
Danny's
home with
aggressive
double
about it.
spin.
You know what? Here's
He goes,
the thing.
hey, everybody, double
Brett makes
spin.
a good point.
They go, "Whoo."
Brett said Danny tested it out. I haven't tested it out.
Yeah, you can try it out.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Danny's
Good
bringing
idea.
that new burlesque action.
You know what?
into
Good
it,
idea.
you know?
I can't. I have something to look forward
It's
to when
the
I get home.
perfect boob spin without the boob spin.
Yeah. He's got those fidget spinners spinning opposite directions. It's amazing.
Yeah, but anyway, sorry for looking down at my object while talking. I'm happy about my YouTube channel. Crazy Drunken Elf. Ha 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 ha!
Yeah.
Crazy Drunken Elf!
If I was to ask you a question,
Yeah.
would you be able to answer it like your YouTube show? Would
Oh,
you be able
like,
to do your character?
do the character from Ask Jared?
Yeah, it would obviously have to be something that you can just
Yeah,
answer without.
I mean,
without
it's
a
me
visual.
doing the voice, so yeah, I could do it.
All right.
But, like, you gotta
I'll
think.
think of one.
Yeah, you gotta think about because most of those are videos. I don't know how you have to think of something.
I found out how
the voice is funny though.
how nice your teeth are from
Oh
watching
really?
one.
Everyone said I had nice teeth after
Yeah,
that.
you do.
Well, thank you. I mean, I did see
Yeah,
the camera inside of my mouth.
You had a
basically.
clean tongue and straight teeth and everything.
My tongue was. I mean, I figured it could look cleaner than that. It's not,
Use a tongue scraper.
my tongue's not pink
Everybody's tongue could look better.
enough. I agree, and that's how I agreed about my tongue. I mean, I appreciate it though. You think it looked nice. I like to know.
Think
that
of
I have
a
nice
very
tongue.
simple question, since you guys haven't seen Jared's show, and then he'll answer it as his guy. And anyone can submit if you go to his thing. You submit questions, and he'll do a little skit.
Yeah, my second video, someone left a comment, and my third video was about their comment. So it's pretty quick turnaround. It's still early stages. I haven't gotten into a whole bunch of
Okay,
it.
so a question.
We on the other hand,
Come back to me. I'll think
No.
of something.
Well,
They're all from Jared.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're all
you guys
from
turn
Jared,
this
and
up
he
so I
gets
can hear it?
0 responses ever. And
Would you guys turn this up so I can hear it while I'm
Have you
jogging?
seen all the podcasts?
There you go. There's the question.
have I seen all the
No,
podcasts?
The question is, have you seen all the podcasts?
Yeah,
Get into character.
Oh,
Have you seen all the podcasts?
hold on.
No, hold on.
I'm trying to think of how that character would even deal with such a question because literally, so
Danny
far-
asked, have you seen all the podcasts?
Yes. Oh, okay.
yes,
Take
if
it
you've
to the
seen all the
limit.
podcasts.
I'll repeat the question the same way the character would.
Yes.
Some people ask me, "Hey, have you seen all the podcasts?" No.
That's pretty much what it would be.
All right.
How do you see them anyway?
Yeah,
There's
that's
sound.
yeah.
I would like to say I did that on purpose, but I was a slip of. I actually didn't even realize
That
that.
I can't decide what the accent is because sometimes it sounds German, like the way or something, because like the way they say sandpaper in that one. Like, does your face feel
That
like
was hilarious.
sandpaper? Like, what is that accent? I don't know. Is it an accent?
That's like a yodeling, man.
I just hope
yeah,
I'm not
it feels
offending.
something.
I just don't want to end up doing an accent. People are like, yo, why you fucking with the Finnish people, man? I'm like, I didn't know I was.
Just do such a small.
Some people ask me, why am I fucking
accent
with the Finnish
definitely
people?
sounds white. We do know that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
If it's always questions and then someone asks you, why are you fucking with the Finnish people? Then you could do another video.
Why am I fucking with
Some people ask me,
why are you fucking with all the Finnish people?
fuck you.
I don't know. But yeah, it's just a very small thing. These videos are like 45 seconds long. They're just like...
It's something that you watch and go, I don't understand what just happened, and that's what YouTube kind of is sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very quick clips.
Essentially, though, I think I just do stuff I think is funny. And,
that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it, honestly.
Yeah, if I don't find it funny, then I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
I
That's
sit
how
there.
I write songs. If I don't think it's funny, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, your songs generally are
Bunch
pretty
of
funny.
hacks.
Thanks.
Do you ever get hecklers, or do they usually
No, I
not
can't
bother
wait,
with
though.
open mic?
I would if you're being a heckler in an open mic, you're a douchebag.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, I wish I would get a heckler because I've got all kinds
What if you
I'd
heckle
love, I'd
yourself?
love to heckle you.
Do you have your way of dealing with them already planned out in your head, or are you just?
It just
gonna wing
depends
it?
on the person.
Okay.
Because it totally will. But I mean, there's all kinds of ways I can make someone look like a dumbass.
Can I heckle you at one of yours?
If you want to look
It's
like a
just
dumbass in front of
give you
everybody.
complete straight answers to everything.
So
Yeah.
you're going to be a more antagonistic instead of ignoring them, most likely.
It just
or it's
depends.
gonna
No,
be-
what I'll do is I'll end up just being a really big smartass, and I'll probably end up finishing my set. I'll probably end up just changing my set to something else that'll end up being a huge insult at the end.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it'll fill my time, and that's how I can end my show.
Right.
More than likely, that's how I'll handle it.
Alright.
Because I don't want a continuous heckling. I don't want to deal with somebody who just keeps on going. I want to take that person and do a set just for them,
And
so they'll be
incorporate
quiet. I can finish my time. I can get some more laughs, and I can make them look like a douche at the end. That's pretty much my approach.
Which do you find worse? Someone, at least you haven't dealt with a heckler, so maybe just conceptually.
I've asked.
Do you find a heckler better or worse than a person in the audience that is chiming in like they think they're helping? Which one's worse as a comedian?
They're both the same thing. That's considered a heckler. If you're trying to add to the comedian's show, you're a heckler because a comedian is up there doing their thing. That is their job.
Yes.
It is for them to talk, and there's other comedians who've talked about it, and the audience to listen. As soon as anyone in the audience breaks the listen part and also talks, is automatically a heckler. It's not their time; it's the comedian's time.
Right.
So it's any breach of that respect.
It's a monologue, not a dialogue.
I was listening to a comedian trying to throw out and engage in a comedian. I'm just like sitting there next to him, going like, "Dude, shut the fuck up, man. This is this guy's show. He doesn't need you to be his little person in the audience. That's not what they came up there. They didn't come here hoping you would do that for them. Like they're hoping that you won't do that for them. So be quiet."
What about it was when I was sitting there doing my own Mystery Science Theater,
Well,
but I wasn't doing it loud.
I probably couldn't hear it. That's probably
No, I wasn't doing it to where people could hear it.
Yeah, only Emily.
It was only the people at the table, and then they'd laugh, and then
There
they'd
was
tell
a
me,
flock of parakeets
and then
over there. They were chirping up a storm.
The lady next to me, that is your sister, told me to shut up, stop making her laugh because she didn't want the comedians on stage to think that she thought they were funny because they weren't.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty funny.
Who? Jamie said that.
Jamie said that, yeah.
Oh, crinkly bag.
Hey, why don't
Well, I
you
mean,
dig in that bag
If you
over there?
if you can get offended, you probably shouldn't go to a comedy show.
That's
Honestly,
true, yeah.
Like the people who go there and get pissed off and want to do that kind of stuff. Like, why are you there in the first place?
I think that's a pretty good slogan to have for all things that you go to.
Yes.
if you can get offended, then just don't go.
Yeah, just don't
Yeah,
go.
please don't come.
Have you ever wondered? Have you ever wondered
Okay.
what's been going on with the raccoon population in Middletown, Danny?
They went on a brief decline because
God.
my
Again.
new neighbor Earl was killing them off in the barn, and I loved it. But now they're back, and now I have to find a way to kill them again. And I'm unhappy about it because I came out with my trash can with everything out, and saw the fat one sitting there when I pulled up, and it ran away before I could go out and hit it.
Hit it with the baseball bat?
No, I have a machete.
Oh.
You're gonna hit it with a machete.
My roommate left it because he got mad because he couldn't open the bag of salts. I'm like, what are you doing? So he just chopped it with the machete and salted
Chopped
the driveway. So he left it down there by the door, and I'm like, I could get that in just one hit. No, and as soon as I pulled up, it left, and I was like, it's not worth it. I'm just going to go to bed. It's like 5 in the morning.
I want to
I mean,
picture
don't
you swinging a machete over your head like Leatherface chasing after a female raccoon. Just chasing it down the street.
Well,
and then another, like a car pulls up with raccoons, and they pick it up and drive off, and then you go.
Honestly, I've never.
I just let my
If I had to slay an animal where I lived, Like, there would be a mess that I'd have to be concerned about.
Yeah,
like, you guys aren't you concerned about
You
this?
wouldn't
Throw it in the
choose a
road.
machete?
The one time
I wouldn't choose Slay.
I chose I chose shovel.
Shovel?
Just like Detective
I used a
Spade.
shovel one time to bury a dead groundhog.
No, this wasn't to bury. This was to kill. And I regretted it immediately because I hit a possum on the head, and instead of killing it, I just knocked it basically retarded.
You probably killed it. You just made it die slowly.
It
with a
died
hemorrhaging
after
brain.
he buried it alive.
But yeah, possums are good at pretending like they're messed up too.
Yeah, it took
They'll
me
pretend to be
3
dead before you hit
hits
'em.
to make
They'll act all
sure
kinds of weird ways.
that he was dead.
I drowned
Like,
a
dead,
raccoon.
dead. Yeah,
That's
that's
awful.
fucked
With your
up.
bare hands?
That's like
I shot it. I had a big cage. I sat in the cage. I didn't have any bullets left in my gun. I just sat and watched it drown.
yeah.
You
That's,
put it in the cage and dipped it in the pool.
No, I dipped it in a trash can that filled with water.
He had
Oh.
snacks, even.
yeah, that's serial killer shit.
No, it's not.
Yes.
I remember I saw its little hand come out like out of the
No,
water.
no,
It was
that's
that-
serial killer
I just,
shit.
I just sat,
You psychopath.
and I just sat and stared at it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that
I don't
is-
want to kill them, but they keep fucking with me.
Dude. Jesus.
Just hold that for the rest of this so other people
Yeah.
can read it.
the terror within.
I don't want to kill anyone.
Yeah, nobody wants to kill anyone. You're right. You.
Danny's been sitting here smoking a bong the whole show.
I have.
The coil's getting.
I don't know
Oh
what's
my
in it.
god,
The
that
coil's
was
getting close to being tapped down on it, I think, but
It's getting there.
it's not.
Mine died today, my bat. Like my actual set. So now
You need to put some water in that bong. That sounds a little dry.
I think we can
No, I drink the
probably
water out of it.
cut it off here, take a break, chill for a little bit. You guys want to come back and do one? But thank you for enjoying Nerd Chatter, and
Thanks
I think
for coming by, Jared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for coming
Thanks
by.
for listening.
You're a solid C+.
Stay
of a
tuned for a
person.
few words from our sponsors.
Well, that was Jared on the line, and
we're
thank you
going
for
with
coming, Jared. It was a great time to see you, and bye, everybody, from Nerd Chatter.
Nerd Chatter
you
was
for having
brought
me.
to you by
We're going with that radio voice.
the dog,
Lone Star
cat,
Six.
dad, Lone Star beer.
Ghost
Goodbye.
Dog